Good morning. It's Tuesday, June 11th. Here's what we're working on this morning. The Liberal government has taken the first legislative step towards changing capital gains tax.
An East Hamilton high school was in lockdown amid reports of a person with a weapon in the area.
And IKEA is hiring virtual staff for an upcoming game.
Yay!
Good morning again.
Morning.
Hi, nice to see everybody.
You've come back.
Yes,
I
you
did.
came back.
I'm back again, back all week in for Annette Hum.
I thought maybe yesterday she'd go running, screaming, no, I can't take them.
I cannot work with him at that desk.
No, it's been only good things. Only good things. It's been fun.
Yeah, awesome. Well, great to have you back.
Yeah.
Another cool start today, Brian. You warned us about it.
Yeah, it is cool. I mean, temperature is sitting about 11 degrees at the moment. Now, that's below seasonal. Yeah.
Not as cold as you kind of thought maybe yesterday.
No, we had thought possibly 7, 8 degrees overnight. It has dipped to 11, so hopefully it'll start turning around now, and it will get better today. Yesterday, we really struggled. I mean, we rounded the temperature up to 16. It actually got to 15.5 yesterday. That was it. It was a cool day.
Yeah.
We did see a little bit of sunshine as the afternoon went on, but today we will see more sunshine. I know it's pretty cloudy right now, but we will see some blue skies, some sun and clouds. Temperature today should hit 20, still shy of seasonal, but it will get better as we continue through the week with lots more sunshine coming up, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Quick look at traffic, 403 Waterdown Road, nothing to see there. It's busier Toronto bound, but that's just normal for this time of the morning. We'll show you a few MTO traffic cameras. We'll start QEW just west of 50, so coming out of Grimsby toward Hamilton looks pretty good, but this is already getting busy. Top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge, you can see it's slowing down as you head toward Burlington. East of Burl Oak, they're flipping the camera around just in time for some reason. Here's east of Burl Oak. As you can see, no problems with volume here, no collisions, so things are looking pretty good so far this morning. We will look at weather and traffic in detail, of course, ongoing through the morning show, but right now, let's check the news.
Thanks, Brian. Well, the brother of 27-year-old Jessica Lynn St. Jules said his family is trying to get answers after her body was found in Lincoln. Her brother, Zach Rezick, started a GoFundMe page to help with funeral costs. Rezick said his sister was a loving, family-oriented person and has a 6-year-old daughter. St. Jules' body was found Saturday afternoon along 19th Avenue near 7th Street. Niagara police continue to investigate, but couldn't tell us how the woman's body got there or how she died. Yesterday, Rezick said all the family knows is that she had been with friends last Friday.
It's almost like being in a daze right now. Like I don't even know exactly what to say. I mean, to get a phone call from the police and your mother is saying that, you know, we need to meet up, and they're telling you that they found her on the side of the road. It's really tough. And, you know, just trying to wait for answers like they know about as much as the general public does at this moment.
Now detectives are looking to speak with those who may have had contact with Jessica in the last week and are asking anyone with information to call them.
Hamilton's Sherwood Secondary School went into lockdown yesterday afternoon after reports of a person with a weapon. So this is a picture from inside the school. It was provided by one of the parents of a student inside the building. Another student's parents said police were going room to room looking for a weapon or a suspect. Now, even though nothing was found, parents and students were still shaken.
I think this is insane, absolutely insane. Never seen anything like this before. 20 years ago when I was in high school, there weren't things like this. It's scary and it's crazy.
It's just kind of crazy that there's somebody walking around with a gun when you're like 16 years old. Like, it's just a weird situation to be happening.
It doesn't make any sense that a student or a child should be doing that, harming school and stuff.
And one parent says police told him that they could not find a weapon and were treating the incident like a drill. We have reached out to the Hamilton Wentworth School Board for more information, have not heard back at this point.
Well, Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland says her government is taking action to improve tax fairness for Canadians. Freeland says the move will ensure millionaires aren't paying a smaller tax rate than middle-class income earners like nurses and teachers. This is all part of the Liberals' 2024 budget. Sean Cowan is live in Burlington this morning with more. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Simone. Well, this new capital gains tax won't affect your primary residence, but if you happen to have a cottage and sell it, you could be taxed more. Right now, you're taxed at 50% for assets like a cottage, an investment property, a stock, or a mutual fund. But with the new federal budget, that would increase from a 50% tax to 2/3 on capital gains above $250,000 for individuals. So the first $250,000 in capital gains, an individual taxpayer would continue to pay tax on 50% of the gain, but for every dollar beyond $250,000, 2/3 would be taxable.
I do think it's an important political moment for Canada and for Canadians. We do think this is an important time for our country. It's an important time because we need investments, and it's an important time for us all to take a stand on how we feel those investments should be financed.
And these new tax measures won't have an impact on RESPs, RRSPs, or tax-free savings accounts. Tim, I'll send it back inside to you.
All right, thanks, Sean. Well, the Liberals say they are expanding a foreign interference inquiry into investigating meddling allegations against MPs.
We're going to support the motion precisely because we think that the Hague Commission offers us an appropriate forum whereby the allegations that surfaced in the National Security Intelligence Committee of Parliamentarians can be examined.
The Conservatives and NDP have both penned letters to Democratic Institution Minister Dominic LeBlanc, saying the inquiry must be asked to report on the allegations. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh says if a foreign interference report shows any of his MPs knowingly participated in foreign meddling, he would immediately remove them from caucus. And Singh adds that he expects the other party leaders to do the same thing. The bombshell findings were revealed in a report last week from the National Security and Intelligence Committee of Parliamentarians.
Well, Quebec Premier François Legault says Ottawa is offering $750 million to help pay for a surge in temporary immigrants. Legault had been asking the federal government for $1 million to cover costs his province incurred from 2021 to 2023. He has previously demanded Ottawa reduce the number of temporary immigrants in the province and pay the costs of housing and caring for them and their children. Legault and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau met yesterday in Quebec City. Meanwhile, British Columbia Premier David Eby says Ottawa's offer to Quebec is, quote, the straw that broke the camel's back. He says federal immigration money is being showered down on Ontario and Quebec, and BC should also get a share.
Well, polls have now closed in Ontario's third largest city. In Mississauga's mayoral race, longtime councillor and MP Carolyn Parrish won with more than 43,000 votes, beating Alvin Tedjo by over 8,500 votes. Voter turnout, it was low, nearly 26%. And Parrish becomes the third mayor in Mississauga since 1978.
A deer that was stuck between a fence on Stone Church was rescued yesterday. In a Facebook post, a local resident shared this video moments after the deer was trapped in the security gate of a self-storage facility. Staff and others in the area quickly came together to help free the deer. In the post, it highlighted the heartwarming scene and praised the storage facility owner for promptly giving permission to cut the bar to save the deer.
Hey, oh, little guy. Oh, must be freaked out. Okay. That story ends on a good note, and from Deers to Panthers as we get into sports, because we start in Sunrise, Florida. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final went down last night with the Panthers. Despite getting outplayed in Game 1 by Edmonton, they still won. And are hoping to take a stranglehold in the series, and they did it with a strong third period.
Fit to the near side for Rodriguez. And back under the stick, Rodriguez.
Yeah, Evan Rodriguez would score the winning goal on a bad giveaway by Evan Bouchard early in the third period to break a 1-1 tie. Got past Oilers goalie Stuart Skinner. The Panthers, they kept the Oilers' two-headed monster in Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl at bay again in this one. We'll see in a second here. Draisaitl would take out Alexander Barkov with a hit to the head right there. Barkov, that is, would have to leave the game, did not return. Draisaitl went to the penalty box with a minor penalty, and then on the ensuing power play, Rodriguez would score his second of the night and third of the series thus far. Panthers would add an empty netter. They take Game 2 4-1. They have a 2-0 series lead as it shifts back to Edmonton for Game 3 on Thursday nights.
To left center, and for the second time tonight, Barrios leaves a slurve over the heart of the plate and pays the price.
Let's go to Milwaukee, where the Blue Jays were desperately trying to get back to the 500 mark for the first time since April, but the Brewers, they had different ideas as they touched up Jose Barrios for a couple of long balls. They would score 3 runs on him in 5 2/3 as he took the loss. 3-1 was the final. So despite the loss, there was some drama in this one. When Vladdy loses his bat into the netting above the Jays dugout, and then the focus turned between innings to try and get this bat down. So they're throwing baseballs at it. Finally, they get a contraption to try and fish it out of there, which they were finally able to do. The bat did no good for Vladdy, though, as he would go 0 for 4 in the night. Jays try and get back in the win column in Game 2 of the series that goes down tonight.
With the #1 overall pick in the 2024 PWHL Draft, New York selects Sarah Fillier.
Billie Jean King announcing Georgetown Sarah Fillier is the first overall pick in the second ever PWHL draft last night. Fillier, who already has an Olympic gold medal and is a 3-time world champ with Team Canada, will now turn professional with New York, which is just down the road where she played college at Princeton. Ottawa chose Edmonton's Danielle Serdachny, who scored the golden goal at the recent World Championships for Canada. The second overall pick. Toronto had the 6th and final pick in the first round. After finishing first, selected London's Julia Gosling. Overall, 42 players from 7 countries were selected in the 7 rounds. Let's finish up with the Ticats, who are getting set for their home opener on Sunday. There's a new quarterback in town. Now, there's no threat to Bo Levi Mitchell, who played well in the opener, but the Cats have signed American QB Talia Tagovailoa, 24-year-old, who is the brother of Dolphins QB Tua Tagovailoa, played football at the University of Maryland, holds a number of the school records, including passing yards, touchdowns, total touchdowns, and completions. And get this, he is tied with Ticats head coach Scott Milanovich for the most passing touchdowns in a single season in Maryland, with 26. Should mention Ticats. Stavros Katsantonis will be joining me later on the couch to get you set for the home opener. That's just after 8 o'clock this morning.
All right, 13 minutes after 6 o'clock. It's a fairly cloudy Tuesday morning here. We will see some sunshine, and we'll talk about the forecast in a second. First of all, traffic, not too bad here at the 403 and Waterdown Road. We start with our exclusive camera there, so not a lot to see, not a lot happening in the Hamilton area. To our MTO traffic cameras, QEW Martindale, pretty light volume, and that's normal for this time of the morning all the way through St. Catharines. Nothing has really changed west of 50. Here's the 403 junction as you come out of Hamilton toward the QEW and toward Brant Street. As you can see, that's doing fine. East of Rural Windsor, nothing. 427 Gardner QEW combination, still pretty light so far. So a temperature of 11 degrees right now. That's a little shy of seasonal for an overnight low, but still not too bad. Light wind from the north and a cloudy sky. There's a little bit of blue, but it's basically cloudy so far this morning. For school today, we will see a mix of sun and clouds, so a bit more sunshine for the day today and a bit more warmth as well. We should hit 20 degrees, high UV index, light winds, pretty nice June day. That ridge of high pressure is going to help to give us some sunshine as the day progresses. Partly cloudy overnight. We will see a little bit of cloud cover for the day tomorrow, but we should see a fair bit of sunshine as well. And then we get into chance of showers as we head through the latter part of the week. So today, temperatures generally 20 degrees, mix of sun and clouds for the day today. A pretty nice day, if a touch on the cool side. That is below seasonal for a daytime high. Tonight, 10 to 9 degrees, so a little on the cool side once again. We should see a little bit of cloud cover, partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy. And then tomorrow, we'll get back into sunshine. It will be a warmer day tomorrow. 24, 22 for Niagara Falls, but generally 24, 23 for Toronto. Humidex comfortable about 26, so it should be a nice day tomorrow as well. So out the door this morning, it is fairly cloudy, light winds. Temperature right now is 11. Long range coming up. Simone, Tim.
Thanks, Brian. Well, good morning, Emily. Good morning. Nice to see you.
Hi, good morning. I have to tell you this story. It's a couple of days old, but I mentioned it to my daughter yesterday, and all I had to say was, there's a new Roblox game. And she was like, oh, is that when you get to go shopping at IKEA? Like, she freaked out. So
yeah, Roblox.
That's a huge thing.
I don't know if you know Roblox. We have kids around the same age, so Roblox in our world is
it's huge.
Yeah.
Huge. It is a big deal, and people are actually getting paid to help customers shop. It's a whole thing.
That's exciting.
Oh, is this something that we teased off the top?
Oh yeah, like it's opening up a whole new world that, you know, it's creating jobs.
Okay, good. This is IKEA, right? This is what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We'll chat about that, and there's a brand new ride at Disney we will discuss.
All right.
That's exciting.
We'll see you on the couch in a little bit.
Thanks,
I'll be there.
Coming up after the break, though.
A new report suggests most Canadians with mortgages are financially stressed. All right, time to take a look at some of your business boards this morning. The Canadian dollar is down 2 basis points. It's at $72.65 US. Gold lost 5.5 cents, and crude is also down. It's trading at $77.38 US a barrel. And in midday European trading, markets are down in London, Frankfurt, and Paris.
Checking in on Asia on this Tuesday morning. Markets are up in Tokyo, but down in Hong Kong and Shanghai. What about North American markets to kick off the trading week? Okay. So we had some gains right across the board on Bay Street and Wall Street. Nothing substantial, though. Let's see how the trading gets going when it starts on this Tuesday, June the 11th.
A new poll suggests most Canadians with mortgages say they are financially stressed, but that number is even higher among younger homeowners. A new Leger survey says 68% of respondents between 18 and 34 years old with a mortgage say they are very or somewhat financially stressed about their home loans. That compares with 62% across all homeowners. 4 out of 10 Canadians surveyed by Leger say they think the Bank of Canada should be cautious as it lowers interest rates. Another third think it's not going fast enough.
Rogers Communications, they have scored multi-year deals to scoop the Canadian rights to several lifestyle brands from Corus Entertainment along with Bell Media. So the media giant says the deal begins coming up in January. So Rogers will get HGTV, Food Network, Cooking Channel, Magnolia Network, OWN, Oprah Winfrey Network from Corus. Bell will lose the brands Discovery, Motor Trend, Science, Animal Planets, and ID as they move over to Rogers.
Well, the union representing 9,000 Canadian border agents have moved their strike deadline to Friday at midnight. The move comes after the Public Service Alliance of Canada extended negotiations with the Treasury Board last week. The union's national president says no worker wants a strike, but they've set a firm deadline for the government to come to the table with a fair agreement. They say they're still hopeful they can avoid a strike and potential disruptions at Canada's borders.
Got a vehicle recall for you. Chrysler is recalling thousands of SUVs and pickup trucks. This is in Canada. More than 17,000 vehicles are being recalled due to a software malfunction. Meanwhile, over 211,000 cars being recalled stateside. Automaker says the problem could disable the electronic stability control systems on some 2022 Dodge Durangos, Ram 2500s, and Ram 3500 trucks. Dealers will update the anti-lock braking control module software for free, likely starting in late July.
Retailer Roots says a lack of fleece inventory contributed to its first quarter loss of $8.9 million. That's compared with a loss of $8 million a year earlier. The Toronto-based apparel retailer says sales in the first quarter totaled $37.5 million, down from $41.5 million in the same quarter last year. It adds some of the decline may have also come from consumers rethinking purchases because of high inflation and interest rates.
Okay, let's look at business news on this Tuesday. Brian's turn after the break. Another chilly start, but will it warm up? We'll take a look at your full 7-day forecast right after this.
All right, welcome to this Tuesday morning, the 11th of June. Fairly cloudy to start, so, well, sunglasses, you'll need them for later, but not right now. Here's the QEW at Glendale. So Toronto-bound lanes heading away from us on this particular camera. Top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge, once again, Toronto-bound away from us, getting a little bit busy as you head across the top. We'll flip ahead to Burl Oak. That looks good. Nothing going on as we continue on to Mississauga Road, even all the way through Mississauga on the 403. That's west of Mavis. Looks good so far. Okay, 6:25 now. The time temperature right now is 11 in Hamilton, Grimsby, and Mississauga, 12 into Toronto. When we talk seasonal temperatures, that's where we figure we'll probably be this time of year. 24 for the daytime high, 12 for the overnight low, so we're just a touch below seasonal. Those are our sun times for the day today. Yep, sun goes down at 9 o'clock now, and those are our records. And we will see some sunshine. I know it's pretty cloudy right now, but we should see a mix of sun and clouds for later on. 14 by the first bell, 20 degrees after school. So it looks pretty good for the day today. It'll be warmer than yesterday, thankfully. We only got to 16 yesterday. Today, 20. Down to 10 tonight. Tomorrow, 24. Humidex, 26. Gorgeous day. A little warmer on Thursday, and there is chance of a shower Thursday and clouds with showers on Friday. Temperature 25. Look at the weekend. Gorgeous. Sunny on Saturday, sunny on Sunday for Father's Day, and chance of a shower by Monday. It's forecast. Simone, Tim.
Ooh, let's keep that weekend going there, Brian. Okay, before we get to the bottom of the clock, what's in a name? Well, possibly a lot for wild African elephants.
That's right. A new study suggests that wild African elephants may use calls similar to the personal names that humans use to address each other. The study was published yesterday in the journal Nature, Ecology and Evolution. Researchers used a machine learning model to analyze recordings of hundreds of different elephant calls. They found that the sound of the calls varied depending on which elephant the call was targeting. And recordings of those calls were played back to some of the elephants, but the animals responded more strongly to the calls that were directed at them over those that were originally directed at another elephant.
They are not irrelevant.
No. That was good, but you got that pun in there. Elephants are so smart.
Irrelevant elephant. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, they have the largest brain out of any land animal, and actually three times as many neurons as humans. I just knew that right off the top of my head. Did not look that up on my computer right here.
Elephant knowledge over here. That's great.
Yeah. Anything else? Let me know. I'll just have to look it up.
Maybe you should do your elephant noise for us. No? Maybe next time.